Yo, this is Konnan, and you're watching Pro Wrestling for Life. Boom!
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Pro Wrestling for Life. It's me, your host, two-time WWE Hall of Famer, X-Pac. Phew. Okay, got that out of the way. I'd like to introduce you to my co-host, Nick Hausman. Nick, what is on the show today?
Great question, Sean. We got another big show, man. Our last 2 weeks have been really big shows, but this week we're welcoming to the show a member of the NWO. He's Wolfpac. He is Konnan, is going to be in the house today. He's our only guest here this week. We got almost an hour of his time. This has become kind of regular. We still plan on doing shows with multiple guests. We've just been having these really great in-depth conversations. So we're going to talk the news here in just a little bit. We're going to have Konnan on here later. And at the end of the show, we'll dive to the mailbag. We'll dive to the game show. We're going to pit you, Sean, head-to-head against a returning competitor in a game show all about SummerSlam, which we'll talk about here just a little bit more in a moment. But before we get to SummerSlam, and I know we want to talk a little bit about New Japan as well, since Konnan's on the show today, we recorded with him at the end of last week. We didn't know that on Saturday night at Triple Mania, Ric Flair was going to be in the house and that he was going to be seconding on Andrade, and we were going to find out Rick putting Konnan in a figure four. A really cool moment here. What did you think of how that all played out there in Mexico over the weekend?
Actually, I knew, Nick. It's a secret.
What? Okay. Well, I was out of the loop. So didn't know.
I'm actually lying right now.
Sure.
But,
Nobody did, man. It sounds like Flair chartered his own jet, did this thing pro bono, just wanted to be a part of the show for whatever reason on Saturday night.
Yeah. That was a nice touch. The just him going out with Andrade. I think that it was curious, like everyone, was into Ric Flair being there, like the crowd, because it's weird. Like not every like big American wrestling star is automatically over in Mexico. It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It was, it was a fun spot. It was a nice way to not drop the title. If they weren't going to drop the title, at least they didn't put it on last. So they put the hair match on, the hair versus mask match on last, and let the people go home happy. You read that they were talking about dropping the title to Andrade, and and they didn't do it. I kind of understand, why AEW wouldn't want, all of a sudden their big star to be beltless.
Well, I mean, it sounds like at the end of the day it was Triple A's call. Yeah, because it's not, at least from what I've gathered, it sounds like once Christian Cage took the Impact title on Rampage, right? AEW kind of saw maybe him losing the Mega Championship is another layer to their build to All Out, but it sounds like AAA was given the option, and it was actually the guy in the main event, Psycho Clown, who walked out victorious. It sounds like he might be the one that they would prefer get the rub off of beating Kenny Omega.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, you think he's the man?
Yes, yeah. Psycho Clown is their guy.
Right.
Andrade's not even a AAA guy. He's
right.
an independent. He's an independent. He's a free agent.
Right.
You
right.
know?
Right.
It doesn't mean don't want to put the belt on him, but it just seems like it's a better way to go. Give the big payoff to Psycho Clown.
Yeah, and I feel bad because it's like I'm so deeply into North American wrestling. I feel bad even commenting on how to book AAA, but it does seem like if you have the option of taking a homegrown talent and giving them the rub as opposed to somebody who's maybe splitting duties between America and Mexico.
Yep.
Yeah, I totally get it. Talk to me about New Japan Resurgence, man. You've been very active checking out a lot of wrestling recently. What grabbed your attention? Why did you feel like you wanted to watch this show?
Well, because a couple of people asked me if I was actually going to go to the show, because I went to GCW, and the difference is about a half an hour, 45-minute more car or Uber ride. So I decided to order it on pay-per-view from FITE TV, folks.
Yes, our good
Some of
friends.
you might be watching us right now on FITE TV.
Yes.
So, yeah. It was a fun show. It was a fun show, man. I'm not going to go into like break it down, match by match, but I'm going to tell you who impressed me. Lio Rush impressed the shit out of me. He looked great out there. Moose and Ishii to me had the sleeper match of the night.
Yeah,
it was real hard to follow that one, man. It's just the pay. I loved everything about it. Okay. And just and like I commented on it, and there were comments like, "Oh yeah, Ishii's so good, bro." Fuck it, yeah, obviously, but like to mention Ishii and not put over Moose too, fuck that. Like he fucking carried every bit of his weight in that match. That was it takes two to fucking dance. So to go, oh, Ishii's so good and not fucking put over Moose, fuck that.
Well, and Moose is a big dude, but even to still walk in a ring and be that physical with Ishii, who is just like, pretty strong on the strong style end. Really impressive. I'm a big Ishii fan in general, though. So, yeah.
And so, Lance Archer, I'm just Tanahashi. Like, there's a lot of good stuff on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tell you though, it was weird because that place was sold out and it had been oversold actually. And it just, there were thousands of people there, but you couldn't tell by look. They did. Dude, you got to shoot it. Like you got to, man, if you're going to have that many people there, at least like figure out how to let everyone know, watching that, look at this place. It's fucking packed. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was just the layout of the building or like, cause it was outside. So like, man, those things are important to me, man.
Yeah, I know they are.
Aesthetically,
You're a production guy. I know you are.
Yeah. I don't want to fucking harp on it because it is a great show.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, and looking ahead to this weekend, man, obviously AEW Rampage on Friday night. Everybody's very excited about will probably be CM Punk's debut. Saturday night, we're going to get WWE SummerSlam. Somebody, when we were talking about this off the air, that kind of surprised me that you were like, of all the people on the card you want to talk about, was Drew McIntyre, man. I mean, he's going to be taking on Jinder Mahal in a match that's not really like top of the card, but what's grabbing you right now about what the work that Drew McIntyre did?
Because everything Drew did last night got a reaction. Like the connection he has with the people, he's over as fuck.
Dude, and when I was in Chicago here, Raw was in Chicago like 2 weeks ago. Like there was some kind of glitch where they played some commercial over his entrance and people thought they were trying to like pipe in audience noise. They don't need it. Dude, that guy, it's like him, Riddle, New Day, top 3 pop for sure over on the Raw band at the moment.
Yeah. And the Orton Riddle stuff has been entertaining. I really enjoy it. Trying to think of what else I noticed.
Yeah, and we're getting to see more of Omos in the ring, which I think is good. Man, for a guy his size, he should not be able to move like that.
I wasn't honestly aware he could move like that because I didn't see that from him at the Performance Center.
Yeah.
No.
Do you see him as like a guy possibly future world champion material or no?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would do that with a guy like him. It's just like they didn't put the belt on Andre. Not that he would never win it for a short stint just to say I was the champ, but man, just there's no need for it with him at all. And it's just, man, when you see him standing out there and you see other guys that are just dwarfed by him that are like 6'7", 6'8" themselves, man, it's just, jaw dropping, man.
It is. It's fun to watch him walk down the ramp in a live show and just see him hover over the crowd. Yeah.
And if you actually know him, I don't want to kill his gimmick or anything, but if you actually know him like that guy, it's hard. I feel bad. I'm just gonna say it. It's hard to look at him as a killer. He's just the biggest fucking giant sweetheart teddy bear of a human being you'll ever meet. He's so fucking nice, Nick.
Well, good.
Yeah. And so like some of the facials like I'm seeing from him out there, he's doing a good job of covering that up. Like because there's some scary moments out there where like you look at him and he's just like, you know, emoting a little bit. And it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Fair enough.
You know, but I don't want to see him doing all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Like just some people don't need to be doing a million goddamn moves.
Yeah, for sure. Well, lastly here, before we get to Konnan, I want to ask you about the two top matches. Lashley's going up against Goldberg. Reigns is going up against Cena. Is it time, in your opinion, to take the title off either of these guys, Lashley or Reigns, right now?
Definitely not Lashley.
You think you keep the title on Lashley?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't see like, yeah, man. I don't.
Because, like, a lot of people have been saying the opposite to me. A lot of people are like, I worry about Lashley. I think Goldberg might take it. And they see
why.
Reigns.
I don't, for what? And to do what with it? Do they have someone else in mind for Goldberg to fucking drop it to?
I don't know. But, I mean, it's just because Goldberg gets that mainstream, you know, buzz. And they bring him in and they, you know.
Yeah, but he's going to get it regardless of whether he wins the title or not. I mean, mind you, like, sometimes he has to come through.
Yeah.
You know, but like, I just look, regardless, I enjoyed that segment they did last night, you know, and people like Bill still, and people could complain and say, oh, I shouldn't be there, whatever. But a lot of people really like Goldberg, you know, and those people count too, you know. So I think there should be enough toys in the toy box for everyone to be able to play with something.
Okay.
You know, if that's a fucking good analogy, I don't know, but
okay. So you see Reigns losing to Cena as more of a something possible?
No, I do not.
No,
that would not be good either.
Okay,
I'm not saying that at all. I'm just talking about Goldberg and Lashley.
Okay, so you're saying, so you think that it would be better to keep the title on both these guys, kind of where they're at it runs? Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah, nice way to kind of heat them up, too, with wherever they're headed off next, you know? Like, I still see Rock Roman. I don't know that, you know, Roman loses the title even then. But on the other side, and I know there's a lot of money in Lesnar Reigns. Lesnar Lashley, that's where I want to see that reign kind of come to an end. No shame in losing to Brock. And to finally earn that match, I think would be a really just beautiful way for Lashley to kind of put the cherry on the top of this.
Hey, man, do you know what I see happening? And I think people like just maybe a short time ago would say, oh, you're out of your fucking mind. I can see business being done between Goldberg and Riddle.
They have softened their stance here in the past week. Like Matt Riddle did some interview where he talked about how him and Goldberg shared a moment in Gorilla and like fist bumped. And Goldberg, I think, said something nice recently in an interview where he's like, I'm never going to like this guy, but I respect him and his personality. And so I have also noticed that is becoming more of a possibility than it has been recently.
And it would be great.
Yeah.
Like it legitimately would be a great
I think it'd be
piece
cool.
of business.
I think it'd be cool for Bill to drop a little weight and really try to show off his BJJ skills. Because like Goldberg has like, he's like a purple belt or something in BJJ or something, isn't he? No?
Okay, all right, man. I understand that, but it didn't work out too good for him when he tried to throw some of that into the mat. I just don't think people want to fucking see it from him, Nick.
No.
They don't. No, they don't. Like Goldberg and the criticisms that Riddle has always had for Goldberg are the shit that people like Goldberg for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't want to see fucking Goldberg do anything more than a jackhammer, a spear, and a couple other the things that he does. They really don't, man. They really fucking don't, Nick.
All right,
Goldberg fans.
Yeah, we cut it right
and
there.
He's not going to convert. I'm not done. I'm not fucking done talking, Nick.
Sorry, Rashawn. Sorry.
Now I can't remember. Thanks a lot. Jesus Christ. This episode of Pro Wrestling for Life is sponsored by Roman. Look, no one's perfect. Even the best baseball players strike out with bases loaded. The best golfers sometimes 3-putt with the tournament on the line.
Yeah.
So if you feel like you come up short in the bedroom sometimes, it's perfectly okay, Nick. Don't worry. But if it's bothering you, there are options.
Oh.
Yeah. Go to getroman.com/XPAC now.
Yeah, and with Roman, you're going to get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for ED, all from the comfort and privacy of your home. A U.S. licensed healthcare professional is going to work with you to find the best treatment plan, and if medication is appropriate, it's going to ship to you for free with 2-day shipping. Fast turnaround.
Wow. The whole process is straightforward and discreet, Nick. Getting started is simple. Just go to getroman.com/XPAC and complete an online visit. Take care of your ED without leaving your home. Complete an online visit today to connect with a doctor and take care of it.
Yeah, and so go to getroman.com/XPAC now. You're going to get $15 off your first month. And look, there's a straightforward way to take care of your ED. Getroman.com/XPAC. Get started now to save $15 off your first month of treatment.
That's right. Getroman.com/XPAC. Thank you, Roman, for sponsoring Pro Wrestling for Life. This episode of Pro Wrestling for Life is sponsored by BetterHelp. Is there something interfering with your happiness or is preventing you from achieving your goals, Nick?
Yeah, myself, my anxiety and my depression, many days. Yes.
Well, good news. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating in under 48 hours. It's not a crisis line, Nick. It's not self-help. It's a professional counseling done securely online.
Yeah, and there's a broad range of expertise available, which you may not be locally available in your area. These are people, they have clients worldwide. You can log into your account anytime. You can message your counselor. As somebody who does this every week, every Wednesday, I meet with a therapist through BetterHelp. I can tell you it's a very easy process, and you will get matched with somebody that is good for what you are looking to work with in your mind and in your life. Yeah, 100%.
Nice. And BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available.
Yeah, BetterHelp, they want you to start living a happier life today. So if you visit the website, you can check out all the great testimonials. You could just take it from me here, Nick Hausman. I'm telling you, it's a great service. It's been wonderful for my mental health. Go to betterhelp.com/PW4L. You could join over the 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional, and you're going to get 10% off your first month. That's a really good deal.
That's right. Again, visit betterhelp.com/PW4L. That's BetterHelp, and join the over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional.
Yep. That's betterhelp.com/PW4L, 10% off your first month.
And thank you very much, BetterHelp, for sponsoring Pro Wrestling for Life. Just start rolling. I mean, everyone fucking knows who you are.
Right?
It's Konnan.
Dude, I miss you, man. Thank you for coming on. Like, it's the only way I get to talk to you.
Yep. But it's all love, bro. Because even I was talking to Jeff Jarrett about this a while back. He says, that's a funny thing about the wrestling business. And it is, because, you know, guys like Norman Smiley that I haven't talked to in a while, it's like, even though we haven't seen each other, the moment that you do see each other, it's like back in the saddle again, like nothing ever happened. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 years didn't pass by, 5 years didn't pass by, 3 years didn't pass by, because you have that bond, you know? So same thing with you, bro. It doesn't matter how many years you're doing your thing. I'm doing my thing. We're grinding. We're trying to get paid, right? But at the end of the day, when we see each other, it's always all love. Because, bro, you're one of the most beautiful guys I ever met. And so, you know, very compassionate and kind, which is something that a lot of times I was lacking in. And I learned a lot from you, bro.
I did from you too, man.
Yeah.
Carlos, you know, man, something that you kept over and over and over again telling me, and it fucking finally sunk in, man, that I had to forgive myself.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Bro, you can say, oh, I forgive myself all you want, but that doesn't fucking make it so.
But I knew you hadn't forgiven yourself. You know why? Because you were still fucking up.
Exactly.
So
exactly, bro.
Yeah.
I had to obviously gradually,
Right.
I got better. I wasn't one of those like overnight, like, okay, I just quit and everything.
Right.
Okay, now I'm clean from this day on, man. It was a gradual process for me. But.
And Scott's the same way. Scott beats himself up. I don't know if he still does, but our boy, and you're like, bro, one of the wittiest, funniest, smartest, coolest guys is just being consumed by this bullshit, bro. Get off of it, man. Yeah. You're too productive. The business needs minds like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, man. So for me, Carlos, what finally did it for me was I finally believed that I didn't deserve to suffer anymore.
Right.
I finally believed, okay, paid in full.
Right. Right. No, you were paid in full and then some, motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah. So, you paid your dues for whatever guilt you did, whatever you did, but you did it and you're still here, bro. Thank God for that. We still have you, man. And like I said, it's all love, bro.
Hey, Carlos, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah. You're keeping busy, man. Like I see you in MLW. Obviously you're fucking things are going well with AAA again, huh?
Yeah, bro. When you were there, and I hated it too, man. It was a very, they would let the top guys circumvent my power and do whatever they wanted, which was not in the best interest of the company. They were new to this, so you also had factions going, well, don't listen to Konnan because he's going to want to try to convince you to do this, So, you know how it is, bro, when people start getting in your ear and shit. So it was and you were there, bro. I hated that period, and thank God, like guys like you and Moody and Jack, as crazy all four of us were, you kept me sane, just like you kept me sane in Impact, bro. You, Road Dogg, Ron Killings. I wanted to kill somebody over there, but AAA was brutal, bro, at that time, but now when you look at it, what's happened is, and just long story short, when they brought me back, the first thing I did was get rid of all the drug users in the dressing room, all the lawyers, all the locker room lawyers, all the fucking, because, bro, I just truly believe when you have one bad apple and you put it in a bag and you open it up the next day, you've rotted or polluted or contaminated the other apples. So I took all the bad apples out, and it was a hard process because they're guys that had been there for 15 years plus, took all that, got a younger, better, more motivated, because after a certain time, if a wrestler isn't used right, a lot of them, they become kind of bitter, and I don't want,
and it poisons the well.
Right.
The water supply for everyone else. Yeah.
Right. So I got just a younger, better, and like right before the pandemic, bro, we were doing incredible business. I guarantee that if you would have gone back to AAA, and I hope you go there one day, you'll be proud of the difference between you were there organizationally, everything, every which way you can imagine, because Dorian just really has become like a visionary, man. Like he's taken it to the next level. Like he went to Harvard Business School. Like he's been doing his shit. Right. And creatively, I've been doing my shit, and we've been doing really good, man. I want to invite you down there one day so you can see the difference.
Man, thank you. I miss it, man.
Yeah.
So Carlos, obviously, the struggles I had down there and some of the issues I had, but overall, man, I cherished that time in my life, man. Mexico was especially Mexico City, it's a magical place, man. And it really is. It was crazy. Like I think that if I would be like I am, if I was like I am now, then I would have been able to take way better advantage of my opportunities down there.
Right. Yeah. But, like I said, one day we come down there, do an angle, do something fun. People don't forget about you. People haven't forgotten about you. Like you and Teddy Hart are two of the most, really, you and Teddy are two of the most foreigners that they ask for the most, because you left a good impression. Remember, we were trying to change the wrestling style, and there was a lot of resistance, remember, from the boys. But Mexico City is a magical place with beautiful old school, Spanish, French, and German architecture, and it's and you can get anything you want there. You can pay anybody off, which is great, right? You know what I'm saying? Cop stops you, here's the money, take a hike.
Fucking Hoovy. I'm driving with Hoovy one night, drunker than fuck.
Right.
We get pulled over, and he gives the guy 200 pesos. Off we go.
Right. Yeah. That easy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just stooched Hoovy off for drunk driving.
Right. I'm sure that's not a surprise to anybody.
I feel like we should with as regularly as he's coming up, I feel like maybe we should just pull Hoovy in this conversation here at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Bless his heart.
Yeah. Bless his heart is exactly right.
I saw Cain Velasquez comment that he's got another AAA match coming up here later this year. Is that true, Konnan, or what's going on?
I haven't talked to him personally, but if he said it, I'm sure it is true. Cain's a very honorable guy. I love that guy. Bro, you would love him, X-Pac, because you'll understand when I tell you. So the boys aren't catering, eating and shit, and he's in the middle of the ring doing bridges and practicing. He's got that UFC college pedigree. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to tell him to go work out. He was working out. And, bro, he did any and every media we asked him, and as humble a cat as you'll ever meet. Yeah. I have nothing but love and respect for Cain. And it really meant a lot for him to wrestle in Mexico, and he did a great job. And
he did.
We have a really, I can't tell you where it is, but I guarantee you, when you find out or you hear it, you're gonna pop, X-Pac. We got a really cool show in December, and in Mexico City, and I think that's the one Cain's gonna be on. He's gonna be pretty massive.
Yeah, man, yeah. He did great. I was around him because before the pandemic, I was going down to the Performance Center once a month, and he was there at the time.
Yeah,
man, and he was there every day. Like, we stayed in the same hotel, so I'd see him at the hotel and shit sometimes. Yeah, man, really classy, humble.
Right.
Yeah, all of that.
Cool dude. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I didn't like how they used him in WWE.
Yeah, me neither. Like, you're right. You just did a job to Brock, and that was it. And then they let him go. It was
almost like they had that in mind the whole fucking time.
Yeah, but bro, this is a guy that you need help in you need help in marketing to Hispanics. This is a legit UFC champion, not some bullshit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And a humble cat. That he's like a guy you want working in your company, bro. He's going to do all the media. He's not going to ask, why do I got to do more media? He's going to do the shit that it takes to be a star. He understands. He gets it, and he wants it.
He has some aptitude for this too. Like I saw him, doing spots with guys that I was surprised.
Bro, we put him in, imagine this, his first match. Imagine this. His first match was like him, Psycho Clown. I don't remember who it might have been Cody Rhodes, okay? And it was against like Tejano, Kevin Cross, and I forgot who the third guy was, right?
Tejano Jr.?
No, I forgot who it was, but that's his first match, okay? With fucking guys that have been in the ring for years and years and can go. Yeah. Bro, he looked not good, but great.
Yeah.
Because he came and he trained and he wanted to learn, and he fucking, like Bad Bunny put the time in, right? Because he didn't want to look like a fucking J-Bron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I liked Cain briefly there when they had him just be Rey Mysterio's muscle. I thought the pairing.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Dude, I thought that pairing, I thought they were off into the races. I was like, that guy. I mean, everybody remembers the Brock match. But the viewership they did on, I think it was like that SmackDown or whatever, like a couple weeks before, where he came out and saved Ray.
Yeah, dude, did good.
Tons of great buzz.
Yeah.
And I popped like some huge viewership number or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're having problems because probably know this, being in the industry, especially Fox brought this up, that from, I guess, in the West Coast, their viewership has gone down with Hispanics. Which where they're mostly concentrated in. Yeah. They could have used the Cain Velasquez. But anyways, so yeah, I think he is coming down. If he said it, he probably talked to AAA, and I'll be glad if he does.
Hey, Carlos, so Nick, I texted Carlos a while, like a couple weeks ago or whatever, just and I asked him about this. So it's not like it's the first time I mentioned it, but Carlos, you were telling me that, and you showed up late to that AEW TV, and like Tully Blanchard didn't know any of what you were going to say on the mic, huh?
Oh, really?
Okay, so what happened is that here in California, in San Diego, they actually have a curfew, 11:30. You can't take off and you can't come in. So a plane came in late, and ours took forever to load. And this motherfucker said it. He goes, "Hey, man," he was like, "we can't leave because of a curfew, and there's no hotels because it's summer season." And bro, people were fucking hot. And I'd already been announced as being on the show live. This is my first appearance. So I had to call Tony and send him a text and go, "Yo, I'm very sorry that on a show I'm already announced on, and my first time with you, I'm not going to be able to make it because, believe it or not, my plane got canceled. My flight got canceled because of a curfew, you know?" So he was like, "Well, let me, see if travel can do something for you." So they flew me. I live in San Diego, and they flew me to Orlando. They picked me up in Orlando, which is like 2-hour drive to Jacksonville. Yeah. And I was like in the third segment. So fucking when I get in there, we're all like in this little trailer, and I'm like, "Well, what are we gonna do? Who's gonna say what?" And he goes, "Well, I don't know. I'll just give you the microphone, and you can say something. I'll say something." And I was like, "Okay." And then the first thing I wanted to say some bad words, and I was like, "Can I say this?" They were like, "No." "Can I say this?" "No." I was like, "Fuck." And then they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna do this cool pile driver. And you remember the Brainbuster?" And I was like, "Yeah, I kind of remember the Brainbuster." And just as they're gonna show me the pile driver, they come and say, "You gotta go." And I'm like, "Fuck it, I'll just take it while I'm up there." I had no idea what was going on, to tell you the truth, when they hit me with that pile driver. And so we didn't practice it. We didn't go over really anything. They were just like, "Yeah, you got 4 minutes. Let's go." And I just went in there and, did my shit. And it was kind of funny,
It was a great segment. How did Tully react to that afterwards?
He was very cool. He's very cool. I'd never met Tully before. Yeah. And we just always see each other and fist bump. And, he knows at his age, he's fucking got a good job there, and he's looking at me and probably thinking the same thing, like, "Hey, this is cool," because AEW is a cool place. It's a very cool vibe backstage. Real mega cool, Bro, let me tell you something that you're going to pop. So I was at a table, okay? And Arn Anderson was there. Dean Malenko was there. Mark Henry was there. And they were just burying, WWE, right?
Right.
And at the end, Malenko told me that Johnny A said, "Hey, man, I heard that you want to quit." He goes, "Why don't you think about it?" And then Malenko goes, "Yeah, I've been thinking about it for 19 years. I quit." That's tremendous.
Oh, wow. Damn. Okay. Because that promo, dude, was really gripping, because like I know you, and I know like it was very you. I mean, you brought up social justice issues, like all kinds of stuff that is non-traditional pro wrestling promo material you put out there. It was really, I thought, very, very well done. I loved it. It was great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the only thing that I try to do is I try to make sure my promos don't sound like everybody else's, because it's another promo.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is it being reunited with Pride?
With LAX? Yeah, bro. Yeah, Proud and Powerful. Yeah,
whatever,
bro.
Yeah.
They're my lucha sons. They're like Pentagon and Phoenix. They're my lucha sons. So I love them, bro. Fucking, I saw them grow, and they're super talented and super humble and super cool.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. And you know how it is. Both of you have friends in the business. When they do good, you feel good for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it was great to be reunited with them, because that LAX energy came back like that.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Step on you like that.
No.
Are you doing another LAX in MLW? Is that what I read?
Yeah, that's called 5150.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah. So that's me, this kid called Danny Limelight. He's a Puerto Rican who's living in California. He's got a very good and a lot of swag. And then another guy who's also from Queens, but he also right now in California, and his name is Slice Boogie, and he's got mega charisma and can go, man. Two guys with a lot of swag. And then I don't know if you remember this guy, old school guy, Homicide's right hand man. Do you remember Jules Smoke?
Yeah.
Jules Smokes is there too. So he brings that funny over the top character, you know him, you know, and all that shit. And I had to kind of calm him down because he was getting pretty rowdy with the fans in Philly. But bro, it was beautiful because I'll tell you what, you know, in Mexico we haven't had fans. This is going to be our first show with fans. So I hadn't seen fans in the I had seen fans in you know, in AEW, but MLW is like, you know, in that 2,300 arena, where everything is just so much tighter, bro. And because we were a surprise, you know, and when we came out, you know the feeling, bro. The energy level just skyrocketed. Hurrah! They were fucking going nuts, man. I was so amped, you know. I was like, wow, this is adrenaline, bro. Is what it is, you know. Yeah.
I dig MLW, man. I dig what Court's doing, and like he's just off doing his own thing, you know, and little
by little.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Are you part of the Azteca Underground team?
Yes. Yes.
Of course.
That should have surprised you, right?
Yeah, I was about to say, of course you are. That's it. Because so is it also going to be on Vice, or do we? What's going on with this thing?
I think the network, they're gonna, you know, say it in like another week.
Okay.
And basically, it's a continuation of Lucha Underground, but it's called Azteca Underground. And one of the things that, you know, I made sure that we had to have was Dario Cueto, because I thought he was irreplaceable. And, you know, obviously, if we had to, we would have had to find somebody, but he was available. Once I had him, I was like, okay, everything else is going to be way easier. And so the other guy that I thought needed to have for connective tissue was Christopher the Joseph, because he wrote all those 4 seasons. So I wanted him to come on board too. And it looks like, you know, he's going to be on board. And our boy Moody from Puerto Rico, as you know.
To ask you.
Yeah, he's underrated little genius.
He sure is.
Yeah. And so we're going to have a good, tight writing team, you know, and, you know, I'm going to have all that talent that I'm known for finding, you know, in this season too. There's going to be a lot of surprises where you're going to be like, holy shit. And, you know, to me, the next big breakout superstar from Mexico, 100% Vikingo. That guy's incredible right now. Yeah.
How is it for you right now? Because, like, you're kind of like, it was interesting when you said earlier you were talking to Jeff Jarrett, because you and Jeff are similar beasts. Like, you guys have this ability to just work everywhere all at the same time. And you know, when you get a talent that's available on the market, like over the years, it's been like 1 or 2 at a time. You take them and you play with them. How is it for you all of a sudden having a bunch of people coming onto the market and deciding what to do with all of that talent? I mean, you got Azteca, Underground, MLW, AAA. I mean, what do you do when you see this wave hit the market all at once?
Well, it's cool because now I have a lot of people that I can put in these different shows. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's more talent than ever, because when I broke into the business, so did X-Pac, bro, there weren't that many blacks. There weren't that many women. There weren't that many Mexicans. There weren't that many short guys. Or, you know, Kid was considered like, what the fuck is this guy even doing in wrestling, right? Yeah. So we still come from that era. Now it's all inclusive. Everybody's in this bitch, which is great because you have a bigger net to cast, but at the same time you get a lot of fucking chump. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit that you're like, bro, who trained you? You know? Yeah. Yeah, you know, you just got to be I think you got to be very, I don't know what the word would be, but very precise in first discovering talent and then cultivating it. You know?
Yes, and cultivating it is the key thing, man. Because there's a lot of raw talent out there, man. A lot of diamonds in the rough out there.
Yeah, but what use does good talent do to you if they're rebellious, if they're not disciplined, if they have a big head? So you also have to watch for those things, because everybody's going to be cool with me because they know that you know, I'm the guy that's going to give them work. But I watch how they treat fans. I watch how they treat the waitress at the restaurant. I watch how they treat other people because I want people of a high moral fiber in my dressing room, bro. I don't want no shitheads because I know what it does to the fucking dressing room, and he knows what I'm talking about. We got a chill dressing room, bro. Super chill. And almost everybody there smokes weed. You know what I'm saying?
And hey, man, it really, the mood, like when you have a happy dressing room, and
right?
happy
That's
roster,
the best.
bro, your shows are great.
Right.
Yeah.
Look how great, even, you know, and I'm not throwing no shade on anybody, but look how great WCW was when you guys first came in.
Yeah.
Bro, it was the greatest place to work for. But once they started butting heads, you know, and Scott and Nash said, fuck it, we ain't helping no more. Bro, that shit started to go downhill, you know?
What do you think of a guy like Bray Wyatt? You know, he really obviously connected with like United States fans and stuff. But
right.
I'd love to see how you could take a character like that and adapt him to like a lucha environment, you know, or a New Japan environment, something like that, you know?
Right. I don't know. I mean, I haven't given him much thought at all because I know he'd probably come at a bigger price tag than we have right now. Okay. So when they're out of our monetary equation, I don't even think about it. But right. You got to also say, bro, the guy's a fucking genius. Number one, whoever's idea it was for him to come out as part of that family that had the sheep mask and all that shit, that was brilliant. He was one step away from being a megastar. They fucked that up. Okay. It seems they fuck more shit up than they make. And I'm not trying to throw shade. It is what it is. And so they fucked that up. Somehow this motherfucker, him, not creative, comes up with this totally out of the box, I thought was cool as fuck concept with the Firefly Funhouse. And I was willing to even suspend my disbelief that, okay, this is a supernatural part of the show, right? But, bro, you know, who knows how they tinkered and fucked with it and maybe, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a joke right now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, bro, they had the doll sitting in a fucking turnbuckle on Monday and they digitally did this thing where she winked and Diamond Drop or whatever, Dewdrop, got distracted and got rolled up. And I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. I was just curious because it's just like, I don't know. There's so many like bigger names and then just straight up just talented people, you know, that have just hit the market all at once. And just for you, I'm sure it's fun to have all those choices.
What do you think, Pac? Do you think that there's a part of Vince that maybe is thinking, I'll just keep releasing these people because Tony keeps buying them and he's going to be oversaturated talent, which he currently is, I feel.
I think that there's something to flooding the market with talent, like to make there a glut of talent. Like,
right.
I really think that.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Because like, what the fuck do you like? All these left and right, like, oh my god, this guy, like, you know. And then like, if you like, oh, we got to have that guy. There's $1 million. If you like, I mean, he's probably thinking he's gonna fucking. I don't know. I don't know what Vince is thinking.
No, but I just thought I know you don't know, nobody does but him, but I just wanted to get your viewpoint, like what you thought. Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we hear all the speculation, like, oh, they're selling the company, this, that. Who knows?
Right.
Man, I honestly, man, I know, like, sometimes it seems like it's our job to like speculate on these things, but I have the first fucking clue, man.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the idea of CM Punk possibly coming back? I mean, it kind of seems inevitable. Tony Khan said something on Busted Open the other day. It was kind of like, we all know what's going to happen here at that second Rampage show, everybody, you know?
I actually asked him at a show and he goes, you know, I can't tell you that. But yeah, that meant to me he was coming. And they didn't put on 2 extra shows in Chicago just because. Right. I just think the place is gonna fucking melt, bro. When that guy comes out, that's the most anticipated arrival ever. He's a hometown boy, rebellious, the guy that WWE didn't want, because AEW to me is a fan base that was made because WWE didn't give them what they wanted, and this is their hero. And if Bryan Danielson shows up, shit's really gonna get real, you know. I'm serious, bro. Those are 2 big, huge acquisitions.
Yeah, game changers.
What what do you mean by real? What is real to you? Like, it just got real. Like, how does that tone? Is it
like they're letting him know shit's on, bro. We're here to compete. You think we're number 2? Shit's on. Let's go.
How do you compete though with the WWE? Is it like a sponsor decides like maybe we want to spend our money on this other product? Like what is comp? I mean, because like again, like everybody seems like they could win here, but the idea of competition and competing keeps coming up, you know?
Well, I don't know. All I know is this. They're here to compete, okay, NXT was definitely put on to get AEW to cock block AEW. Okay, that was not a coincidence. It didn't happen. Mm-hmm. Now he's coming after them. You know what I'm saying? It's just competition between the two big powerhouses in wrestling. Yeah. And then I think they're telling him, "Hey, we're not playing around anymore. We're about to get 2 major acquisitions that you let go. Those are huge. That's a huge loss, bro."
Yeah, I think, man, like the competition. Why, like, okay, a lot of it's the perception of where you especially like, okay, if they start pulling ahead in the ratings, and especially if they start getting a solid lead in the ratings, like, I mean, these things, I mean, it makes the perception like, hey, this is the number 1 company if they're winning in the ratings.
Right.
And I think that the big factor right now that people are kind of pointing at is live ticket sales, right? Like AEW, like when AEW tickets go on sale right now, they go pretty quick, right? WWE is not kind of seeing that same momentum, but I went to a WWE show a week and a half ago, and it was like a totally different audience. Like if you're an older brother or like a couple dudes looking to get drunk, WWE events really kind of aren't for you anymore. Like it's very, very family friendly, like kid driven when you go to a WWE event right now. Yeah.
Right. That's why you see, fucking Morrison using a water gun, and that's why you see a little doll with Alexa, and because that's for kids.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Yeah, AEW's just
he's still the beast, bro. Vince is still a beast no matter what. I mean, I don't know if he still has the same talent for spotting talent or what's current, because how could you be very current when you're a 73-year-old billionaire? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you were to ask him, hey man, are you gonna go watch, I don't know, Suicide Squad? Well, he might, Casino's in it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see him being too hip on what's going on, and because I'll give you an example, because in NXT it says that now they want younger and taller, right?
Yeah, no more midgets was the quote that I read.
How about this? Just look for talent.
Yeah, man, when you start placing these like constraints on shit, man, so many potential fucking stars.
Right. Oh, you're limiting yourself, bro.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, even if that's like, okay, we're going to start, maybe trying to get more of this type of person. I just think it's silly to fucking announce, hey, no more of this.
Right. Announce it, or even have it be policy, I mean, if you want to say, hey, I prefer the majority of my wrestlers are younger and they're taller, that's a good statement. Mm-hmm. But, if you're not, you're missing out on a lot of talent. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
Hey, man, I kind of wanted to bring up Porky real quick, man,
right?
Because, man, he was great. And a lot of people, they only know him, Carlos, as the comedy guy,
right.
And, you were the first one to tell me what a fucking badass he was in his younger days. All of them, huh?
Right. Yeah, they're all legendary street and bar fighters, and because back then, let me tell you how Mexico was when I broke in. It was really old school. So when I broke in, when I would get into a car and they'd drive like 2 hours to an arena, and the whole 2 hours they were just drinking and drinking and drinking. Some blow, but mostly drinking. We'd get to the arena, they'd be drinking. They'd put the bottle right in front. No way you could do that today, but they put the bottle right in front of their locker. Yeah. Be drinking in the fucking locker room, go into the ring drunk, go back to the locker room, drink all the way back to Mexico, right? Then when you got to Mexico, they'd go to some fucking strip joint or some fucking cantina. You know what I'm saying? Stay up all night, fight. That's all they did, bro, was just fucking wrestle and fight as a shoot.
And as a trios team, earlier on, they weren't the comedy team. They were straight up badasses.
Yeah,
right?
they were straight badasses because they all had amateur backgrounds and they had really, really bloody and great matches, especially with Los Villanos. You know?
I was in Japan with all them, and it's funny you're talking about having the bottle and everything because it was like them and Signo, and they're like, "Amigo, watch the door," while they're fucking, while they're hitting the bottle.
Yeah. So back then they were all drunks, bro, but they were functional drunks because you couldn't tell. Yeah. And fucking so they were one of the first great trios in Mexico. When you see 6-on-6 matches, it's due to them. To them, the Villanos and another group called Los Misioneros de la Muerte, who were Signo, Negro Navarro and Tejano. These guys were sick. And what was really great about the six men's is that one guy would come in, do a high spot. Another guy would come in, do a high spot. Another guy would come in and do a high spot. So you never really got tired because you were always tagging a guy in and there was always action until the heels got heat. But that's where that quick style really comes from, those 3 versus 3. Then when he got older, he kind of became very overweight and he was the shortest one, of the brothers. Yeah. So they would always do a spot where he'd fuck up 1 or 2 times and they'd get mad and they'd slap him. And then they'd slap him again. And then he'd go into a corner and he'd cry. And the people would go, "Aw." And then he'd point at them that those are the ones that hit him. And then the people go, "Culero, culero, you fucking dick, Yeah. And then at the end, they'd all hug and give him a kiss and the place would pop. The guy had insane charisma. Insane, bro. Yeah.
Man.
R.I.P. Fat guy. We love you, man.
Yeah. God damn. What else, Nick?
Well, I kind of while we had you here, Konnan. Obviously, you have a relationship with Impact and AEW. I'm interested, especially after this past week. Impact had a way bigger presence. The tag titles, the Impact Championship's going to be in the main event of Rampage, which is tomorrow night, but we'll be releasing this after that's happened. Is there been a change? I mean, in the dynamic?
Obviously, because you're seeing a lot of crossover. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you know what is attributing to that, or any speculation on why?
I think once Don went over there and started to work with them, and he's Omega's boy, and he was still working at Impact, that probably opened the door right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and they were also able to open the door to New Japan. New Japan won't fuck with them for a minute, and I think the Good Brothers, kind of like, so Scott's been very intelligent in finding people to branch out and help him with the alliances that he wants and needs.
Yeah, well, Tony's very protective of that New Japan relationship right now. I mean, he went out and cut that promo on Nick Khan, like there's only room for one Khan in this business or whatever.
Right.
I'd never seen Tony so fired up and pissed off with the idea that WWE could be talking to New Japan.
Have you met Tony?
Tony Khan? Yes, I have met Tony Khan. Yes.
Have you, Pac?
Yeah.
That's a cool motherfucker.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, when he first announced he was starting AEW, he came on my show the next day, like literally the next fucking day. Yeah.
Oh, really? Cool. Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah. He's definitely interesting. When he started, he said he wasn't going to be an in-ring character, right? Like that was the whole thing. And I'm not knocking the guy, but like he obviously is channeling his inner Eric Bischoff right now. And
but I will say this, bro. Okay. Did you see the vignettes that he was putting on Impact for a while? And those are funny.
Yeah.
They're short, right? I mean, he didn't give himself enough rope to hang himself, right? He gave himself 30 seconds, just talk shit, get out. That's pretty much. Yeah,
but it was kind of funny, because it was like his alter ego. I'm the nice guy here, but I'm the dick here. So
I guess, I don't know. I thought it was funny. I was like, that's not going to last. You're going to get in on this. You're going to join the circus, Tony. Of course,
Hey, Carlos. Real quick, I want to bring this up because, we were in the NWO together.
Right.
obviously, right? And then I left. And so we did that, NWO Hall of Fame, and it was just Scott and Kev, myself, and Hulkster. They gave us 3 minutes for the speeches. If it would have been longer, man, there's a bunch of people I was going to mention, and like you and Norton, Scott Norton, other guys, right? Like, we're so important to that, man. You know, and like so many other people deserve to be right up there with me, man. Like, I was lucky enough for obvious reasons to be up there, man. But like, I gotta acknowledge that, man. Like, you brought the fucking coolness factor. Like, I was fucking cooler,
right,
after being around you,
right.
Like, so I mean, it's just and
bro,
like
it's
Scott Norton, like so many guys like had a lot to do with that.
Yeah. I don't think I had too much to do with NWO, the Wolfpack, for sure. I think I contributed way more to the Wolfpack, but thank you very much. And I always I just thought that when they brought the NWO there, they should have tried to bring as many members as they could. But bro, there's so many of us. There would have been 50 motherfuckers up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if there's certain guys, right, that really stand out to me. That really just brought that didn't just take a shirt and put a shirt on,
right,
and get
right and rep.
Yeah, it was you bring something and add something to it, man.
Right,
you were bringing something to the table.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, man. Fucking bug. Anyway,
where are you, bro?
I'm in my studio. I built a studio next to my bedroom here in my house.
But where do you live, in LA?
Yeah, like out by Pasadena. Like, I live right down the street from the Rose Bowl.
All right.
Yeah. I just built a gym in the garage too. Finished the garage out, put a gym.
I saw a picture not too long ago, but you looked pretty good.
I'm all right. I'm getting back in shape.
Are you going to wrestle again?
I'm going to have a few matches, Carlos.
That's cool. Maybe you'll have one with us. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
For sure.
I love this negotiating in the open. That's wonderful.
I mean, honestly, Carlos, I would like to, because things didn't end.
Yeah.
Like on a good note, like when we
but I personally want to show you the new face of and say, look, this is how it is now. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be cool for some of the OGs to see you again, and some of the young cats, to see, how, you're a legend in the game, bro.
I was like, I don't want it to be like that's how it ended. Like, I would prefer to end things on a good note with them, man. Because I cherished that time in my life, right? Like, and and I understand that I was a pain in the ass in a lot of ways too, right? I wasn't So but yeah, and I miss those guys, man. Like, on them fucking 10-hour bus rides with guys that are like 5 days a week, man. You get close. Yeah. And I miss that, like Zorro, all those guys.
Yeah, you won't be doing those anymore. But yeah, those were a bitch, bro. I remember I'd be on the bus with you, and you'd be smoking weed and trying to blow it into the
fucking seat cushion.
That's tremendous.
Everybody, they kept getting mad at me for smoking on the bus.
That was great.
Put us on a bus for 10 hours. What the fuck, man?
That was great, bro. But what do you do? What are you up to besides this podcast? Are you still doing that get high while watch wrestling?
No. Ron does that like on Twitch or something right now. But
so you don't do it anymore? Why not? That was hilarious.
It was fun, right?
Yeah.
We just we're just Ron's busy with other stuff. He's so fucking busy.
So do it with other people. You have a good sense of humor. Just get two other motherfuckers that are funny, get high, and fucking let that shit roll. Bro, I had such a great time, bro. A great time. Did I tell you what happened to me that day?
No, what happened?
So I was in the back, and they were doing dabs. And I don't really do dabs, but they give them like these unassuming names, like, Rosemary's Hair, Lamb's Breath, shit should be called fucking, I don't know, fucking Agent Orange. They gave me one dab and I was super fucked up. And then they gave me another one. All right. and I was mega fucked up because I'd already been smoking. But you know how concentrated that shit is, right?
Yeah.
And I ended up passing out in the lobby of the fucking place, and the lady, the manager of the place, told me, if you don't get up, I'm going to have to call the police.
Oh,
That's how fucked up I was. And then we went to a place that I'm sure you know, Pinky's.
yeah.
Yeah.
The hot dog place?
Yeah. But bro, I had a great night that night. You should you should run that back.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man, what was I just going to tell you? Oh, Carlos. Hey, man, do you remember the time that we were doing salvia in Moody's room?
Yeah. Oh, and you almost freaked out. Yes.
I did fucking freak out, man.
You did.
That was that was some scary shit, man. Like I almost knocked the refrigerator over.
Yes, you did. You have a good memory. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like that was legit. Like
he was like in convulsions, bro. What you give me? What the fuck is this? He was freaking out.
It was just because you get that shit in the tobacco shop, on the corner. And I tried it before and never happened. So like I was like, this shit ain't nothing, right?
And bro, and here's the worst, but here's the worst part. So Nick, I had asked somebody in WWE who shall remain nameless that what did they smoke in WWE so they wouldn't get popped for marijuana? And he goes, we're all smoking the stevia shit, bro. It's the bomb, boom, boom, boom. So I went and I got it. Holy shit, it fucked him up. It fucked this other wrestler called Zorro who took a bump in the bathroom in a Chinese restaurant, broke the whole fucking bowl and shit. It was, bro, that shit was, whew.
Well, it did, man, it made me disassociate. Like I left my body, man.
Yeah.
And my fucking body felt like it pixelated and like started breaking apart. It was just one of the wildest things I fucking ever experienced.
He legit did freak out. Yeah.
I had one of those moments in college.
Sorry about that, dude.
That's all right.
No,
I took it too.
Yeah. No, I'd done that before. I had the same reaction where I just like got the spins, felt like I was gonna pass out, puke but not puke, dry, just weird feeling. It was gross. So.
Shit's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. Real quick.
No, go ahead.
I didn't know if I wanted to bring it up or not, but like,
right.
Because like I know Dax trolled everybody for even talking about it, but like you were ringside for one of the gnarliest injuries I've ever seen in pro wrestling.
Right.
Konnan, with what happened 2 weeks ago on Dynamite.
Right.
Like is Cash okay? Like
I was there right by him when it happened. I saw him rip it. I was like, fuck, I hope he didn't rip any tendons because I was about to do a spot with Tully Blanchard.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of looked over, and when I saw that he was bent over and they were giving him attention, I just didn't pay no more attention to him. And then, we had to end the match early, so me and Tully never did what we were supposed to do. And then fucking we went to the back, and I stayed there the whole time. So did his partner, and so did Santana. We just stayed with him the whole time just for support, you know what I'm saying? And other guys were coming in and out, to check in on him. And I'd grab his boot and tell him, hey, we're here with you, bro. And then basically what they just did, they just sewed up his arm. I don't know, like maybe 8 stitches, 10 stitches, and it was just an accident, but at least he didn't rip no tendons or muscles. I guess it was all kind of superficial,
Okay,
but
What no accident when he cracked that fucking guy in the jaw that jumped on Brett at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Oh, was he the guy that punched him?
Bam! Yeah.
That's tremendous. Okay, I didn't know who it was. Yeah.
I had forgotten about that. I always remember Harry being the one that was on that guy. But yeah, he was the one that got the cheap shot in on him, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. That
was awesome.
I mean, technically it was a cheap shot, but I don't fucking consider it a cheap shot.
Right. Right.
After that, no. How fucking stupid do you have to be to go in and run and attack Bret Hart in the room filled with some of the greatest pro wrestlers of all time?
When they're honoring him and shit, yeah.
Dude, you gotta be dumb. You gotta be real dumb. Anyway.
Carlos, what do you got going on now? Like when you get up the thing with us,
we got
back to work.
Yeah, back to work because we got Triple Mania on Saturday, and then we're already starting working on Azteca Underground.
Yeah.
And and then we've got 2 TVs in 2 weeks. So all of that, I just got to make sure that it's done. And yeah, man, there's a real big project coming up next week that's going to be a game changer. I'll tell you offline, but it's going to be a real big game changer, and something that I've been looking forward for many, many years. So it's going to be really cool. So yeah, just a lot of cool shit happening for me right now. Like I said, when you start making your rounds, hit me up so we can bring you to AAA, my bro.
Yeah, man. It's nice to hear they still remember me down there.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you were, that whole D-Generation Max, that was cool. The shit you were doing was cool. Legión Extranjera was cool, Yeah. And no matter what shape you were in, you always came out and put on a show, bro, because you're a showman too, besides being a good wrestler, Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I miss you, man.
Yeah, me too, my bro.
Let's get together. Even if I can come to San Diego or something. But
I'll probably be in LA quicker than you'll be in San Diego. So when I'm in LA, I'll hit you up.
Please.
Yes.
Please, man. I would love to see you, man.
All right, my bro.
I appreciate you taking the time, man.
No.
This is like one of the shortest conversations I've ever had with Carlos.
Right. Right.
On the phone, it's like fucking 3 hours.
Right. That is true. That is very true. Yes.
Yeah. Well, he's got good ideas, right? And
best.
Yeah. So
yeah, there's nobody as brilliant as they come in wrestling as Carlos. That's
bro,
a fucking truth, bro.
Yeah. Don't do me like that.
Dude, take it. Take it.
Welcome back to the game show portion of Pro Wrestling for Life. It's me, your host, Nick Hausman of the weekly game show. And like we do every week here on the game show, we welcome to the show first our contestant, the host of this program. He's a 2-time Hall of Famer. It's Sean X-Pac Waltman. Sean, welcome to the game show portion of Pro Wrestling for Life.
Hello, everyone.
All right, and Sean is here today, and he is here to take on one of our wonderful Pro Wrestling for Life Patreons. Coming to the screen right now, coming to the show. He is 1-0 currently against Sean on Pro Wrestling for Life. It is Daniel Zamorano. Daniel, welcome back to Pro Wrestling for Life.
Thank you for having me, guys. How's everything going, Sean?
Hey, man. I'm still waiting for that coffee, man. What's up?
Yeah,
I'm waiting for an address.
Dude,
shit, we never gave you that.
I sent you the addresses, Daniel.
No, I checked my email and Patreon, nothing. But I'm definitely gonna get you some coffee for sure.
I just wanted to say that just so you knew I remembered you.
I appreciate that. And real quick,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Last time I was super nervous and I didn't give you your proper flowers, if you will. Me and my brother are a big fan of yours, Sean. I really appreciate you and your whole career. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Oh, thanks, man. I mean, that's okay. If you didn't say it last time, it didn't hurt my feelings, Daniel.
But after I got off the line, it messed with my feelings. So I just want to let you know that.
You're like me.
Yeah, well,
shit like that bothers me.
Don't feel bad about it, Daniel. We appreciate you coming on. It was a nice thing you said there. I really honestly only resent you because the heat got put on me over this addresses situation with the coffee. I'll figure it out. I felt like I did. Maybe I didn't. I've been waiting for the coffee too. We'll figure it out off the air. All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
okay.
We got a game to get to here today, Daniel. So I don't know if you two are know this or not, but this weekend on Saturday, there's going to be a big event called WWE SummerSlam. So today's game is called the biggest trivia party of the summer. This is going to be a game all about SummerSlam. All the questions are going to be multiple choice. They'll be about SummerSlam. You get it right, you get a point. You get it wrong, I'll let the other person try to steal. As soon as I feel the game has run its course and we have a natural winner, we will end the game and that person will win. All right. Now to decide who goes first here today, Sean or Daniel, the first person to show me something that you might take to the beach in the summer is going to go first. If you've got something around you, you think you might take to the beach, even
you
if
won't take coffee to the beach. So, Sean, it's on you, brother.
Some people like to take coffee to the beach. Nobody's even trying to play my game right now. All right, well, fine. All right. Well, Daniel's going to go first because he said who takes coffee to the beach, but some people do. So, Daniel, you win. Okay, Daniel, here's the first question. What was the first year that SummerSlam was held? Was it 1987, 88, or 1990?
88.
It was 88. 1988 was the first SummerSlam. Daniel is up 1-0. All right, Sean, back to you now. Which WWE Hall of Famer was the special referee for the first SummerSlam main event between the Mega Powers and the Mega Bucks? Was it Roddy Piper, Brutus Beefcake, or Jesse Ventura? Sean is thinking hard. The special referee for the first SummerSlam main event between the Mega Powers and the Mega Bucks.
Yeah, man.
Roddy Piper, Beefcake, or Ventura? Oh, I can tell
Roddy.
Sean. It is not Roddy Piper. I am sorry. Daniel, a chance to steal here. Was that special referee Brutus Beefcake or Jesse Ventura?
When you asked the question, Ventura popped in my head for some reason, so I'll go with that one.
You're correct. It was Jesse Ventura was the special referee for the first ever SummerSlam main event. Daniel, that puts you up 2-0, and you're gonna have a chance to go 3-0 here. Really break away early. Who did Steve Austin defeat by roll-up on the SummerSlam 1996 free-for-all? Was it Henry Godwinn, Yokozuna, or Ted DiBiase? It's a very infamous spot. It was the free-for-all match, SummerSlam 96. Steve Austin rolled up who?
The first one. I didn't hear the one.
It was Henry. It was not Henry Godwinn. I'm sorry. Sean, do you know if it was Yokozuna or Ted DiBiase?
Yoko?
It was Yoko. This was the spot where the ropes broke. He fell backwards, and Steve was able to roll him up. I think this might have actually been his final WWF appearance for a while. Like they took him off in a forklift or something like that. So anyway, Daniel's still up 2-1, but Sean, you get a chance to come back here, tie it up. The Big Show defeated what faction in a handicap match at SummerSlam 2010? Was it Nexus, the Mexicools, or the Straight Edge Society? Sean, that one's for you.
Nexus?
It was not the Nexus. They were unfortunately in the main event of SummerSlam 2010. Back to you, Daniel. Was it the Mexicools or the Straight Edge Society that Big Show beat?
Straight Edge Society.
It was, in fact, the Straight Edge Society. It was, yes, 3-1 to Daniel. Daniel, a chance here to go 4-1. Which WWE superstar did Brock Lesnar leave in a pool of his own blood at the SummerSlam 2016? Was it Randy Orton, John Cena, or Finn Balor?
Randy Orton.
Oh yeah, dude. I was uncomfortable watching that. That was good.
That question was,
dude,
not good.
No. Well, 4-1 here. Sean getting walloped. Sean, who did The Undertaker defend the WWF Championship against at the 1997 SummerSlam? Was it Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, or Kane?
Sean.
It was not Sean. Daniel, do you know the answer? Bret Hart or Kane? Who did Undertaker defend against at 97 SummerSlam?
Bret Hart was Sean as a ref, correct?
That is correct. That is right. Yes, and it was featured in Wrestling with Shadows, I believe, was featured in that. All right, well, 5-1 here. I'm going to give you a chance here, Daniel, to just blow this thing out of the water. Who did the Big Boss Man battle in a jailbird match at SummerSlam 1991? Was it the Mountie, Virgil, or Mr. Perfect?
The Mountie.
It was the Mountie, and that is 6-1. And Sean, I don't think there's even enough questions here for you to come back. You win, Daniel. A dominant victory here in the game show segment today. And the Big Boss Man's nightstick, by the way, from that match, you're gonna have a chance to go bid on. I guess WWE's auctioning it off or whatever. So that's why I included it as well. So congratulations, Daniel.
Thank you so much. Make sure I get that address. I'll get you that coffee ASAP.
It's very rare that you win, but we get the prize. But whatever, I don't really care. So
Sean been giving entertainment for years, so it's a little thing I could do to pay back.
Thank you, bro.
No problem, brother.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Real quick story. Me and my brother got like so much in trouble doing the DX chop. So it was kind of like cool for us, but not for my mom and my dad and stuff. But
Okay,
I want to say you know what I mean? This for life.
Thank you, Daniel. You're a wonderful contestant.
Appreciate you, man.
Tell your mom and dad I apologize.
Right. Oh, real quick, one last thing. I'm so sorry I'm taking
Don't
over.
worry, man.
August 18th. August 18th is my girlfriend's and my dad's birthday. I want to wish him a happy birthday. I love you guys.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Wonderful. And Daniel, where can people follow you on social media? What's your handle?
Same thing, Daniel_Zamorano, Twitter and Instagram.
Cool. Thank you, Daniel. You have a great day, brother.
All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Pro Wrestling for Life. Nick, I forgive you for interrupting me and breaking my train of thought. And I want to thank Konnan for coming on the show, spending an hour with us. And I want to thank Daniel for coming on. And I'm still waiting for my coffee, Daniel.
Yes, and I'll take care of that. I took a lot of heat this episode. And hey, if you want to come hang out with Heat Magnet Nick Hausman, every Wednesday night, replay Lincoln Park, Chicago, Illinois. It's free to attend. I'm hosting AEW Dynamite parties every Wednesday right now. We had a huge crowd come out for AEW Rampage this past Friday night, so the bar's opening it up, letting me do this every Wednesday night. I'd love it if you could come out. But man, you like that moniker? You think Heat Magnet Nick Hausman? That's got like a.
You're not a magnet. It's just here and there.
Well, I'm at Nick_Hausman. Thank you for another week, Sean. This was a
Thank
blast.
you, my friend.